Hi, welcome to MemberSplash. The topic for this presentation really is next steps and process. What happens when you let us know that you've decided to go with MemberSplash? Of course, we're thrilled with that decision, but let's talk a little bit in the next couple of slides about what happens next. Well, as soon as you tell us that you are interested in proceeding with MemberSplash, of course, we're thrilled, but then it's time for both you and for us to get busy. From the MemberSplash sales perspective, we will immediately put together a service agreement for the appropriate level of service that you've chosen, basics, essentials, or premium. We'll provide you with information on how to format your data for import into the MemberSplash system. We'll put you in touch with Bank Card USA so that you can proceed to complete an electronic payment application so you'll be able to easily take credit and debit card payments online. We'll also advise you to move quickly on setting up your Club MailChimp account if you don't already have one. Remember that both electronic payments and MailChimp integrate fully into the MemberSplash system, so these are important steps for you to take. The Club checklist is another crucial element regarding the setup of the MemberSplash system. We need to understand your products, your memberships, your member types, early bird discounts, late fees, guest passes, all the things that, again, we need to be able to build the system so that it operates in the manner that you expect and require. And last but not least, we will issue an invoice. Our intention is to be in business for a long time, and having our customers pay for service is really important to us. Obviously, after you get rolling on any number of these things, you're going to be engaged with the MemberSplash onboarding team. Effectively, sales has now handed this off to our internal experts who will put together your MemberSplash system. They'll review your documents and they'll schedule and conduct an onboarding overview. They'll configure the MemberSplash system settings as well as products and fees. They'll manage that data import once you've provided your membership data. They'll configure Authorize.net and MailChimp integrations within the MemberSplash system, and they will also schedule the system test in training. At that point, there may be a few minor tweaks remaining, but at this point, you're on board, and it's time for you to work with the MemberSplash support team. The MemberSplash support team supports you in a number of different ways. First and foremost is the knowledge base. The knowledge base provides literally dozens of support articles in a variety of topic areas. So if you've got a question about the operation of the system that wasn't covered in your training, the knowledge base should be your first stop. So in addition to the knowledge base, obviously if you have a problem and you've not been able to find it, an article that covers the particular issue that you're trying to deal with, obviously we want you to contact the support team. That's what they're there for. So if you have a question, maybe you found a bug, maybe you've got an idea for a feature that would be a significant improvement, certainly we encourage you to open a trouble ticket with our team. They're there to support you. In addition to the knowledge base and the ticket system, our support team also hosts a weekly call. I'd recommend that you join our Facebook group because we'll announce our weekly webinars on the Facebook group. They cover a variety of topics that are crucial for your understanding and operation of the MemberSplash system. They're open to all of our customers, and we obviously encourage you to come and take part. The support team also conducts Q&A at the end of the session, so come with your questions. They're happy to help. Okay, I think we'll now move on to a couple of these pieces that we view as really crucial to get the ball rolling with our provisioning team once you've decided to go with us. So as part of the onboarding process, one of the things that the MemberSplash team will do is set up a shared space, what I call a collaboration folder, where we publish items for your use and you provide input for our use as part of the onboarding process. So let's talk about a couple of these really important items. First is the formatting of your membership data for import into the MemberSplash system. Clearly, this is a really important part of the process. You've been working with your members for years and you want to be able to get as much information into the system as is possible. So we've got extensive data formatting instructions related to how to get the data in shape for importing. Having said all that, there will be times when you may look at the data formatting instructions, you may have questions, you may have concerns. You may not be able to get the data in this exact format. I would encourage you to reach out to your onboarding team to discuss alternatives to the standard data formatting that we recommend. So please keep that in mind. The other thing I'd like to share with you is we do have a standard data import template so you can see what your data should look like if you've built it into the perfect format for our data import. So this is a short file called Data Import Template. It gives a little bit of guidance in the upper cells along with the cell names, as well as a few examples of actual information that's been put into the system. This is what I would describe as close to an ideal format for the data coming into the system. Encourage you, of course, to have a look at that, and to the extent possible, build your data import file to conform to these guidelines. That will make your life and our life a lot easier. All right, in addition to the data import information, there's also your onboarding checklist. We talked a little bit about this earlier, but this is the document where we gather all the crucial information about who's important to the onboarding effort, what's your role at the club, what kinds of application information do you need? How do you plan to handle payment processing? What kind of member data will you have? Tell us about your club products, and on and on. This is all of the information. Again, I always encourage people to really spend some time to do this, do it thoroughly, do it correctly. When people take shortcuts on this document, it inevitably leads to bumps in this system implementation. So highly recommend, again, taking your time with the onboarding checklist and reaching out to the onboarding team if you're unsure about anything related to the information that you're providing. So I'd like to close by talking just a little bit more about your MemberSplash team and the way that we support you. Always, we're going to put our customers first. Your MemberSplash team, whether that is your sales team, your onboarding team, your support team, your success is crucial to our success. So we're going to be with you every step of the way from start to finish. We look very much forward to working with you. Thanks for your time today, and check back for future topics. Thanks again.